Good morning. This is Dividend Coffee, and it's this will probably go out in a couple of weeks' time, but it's the 15th of, I believe, it's the 15th of January, 2025 today, and I'm recording this now because there's been some interesting news that actually has moved the market today. And again, this is part of a learning curve for me. Inflation rates are down to 2.5%, and this has made quite a large difference in the stock market today. And yeah, it's been very, very interesting to watch how the stocks have moved today. If you look at my total return, it was a couple of days ago. It was in a negative figure, and my rate was something like minus 0.1 or something, and now the return is showing a 5.9, and because everything's gone up, my overall value of my portfolio is just about gone over the £1,000 mark today. Very surprised to see this gone over the £1,000 mark. It was in the 900s, but I don't know how long that will stay for. But another milestone reached for Dividend Coffee. The whole concept of what I'm doing is it possible to buy stocks and shares, and is it possible to use the realized profit and the dividends and the interest, that they give you. I think it's about 4.9% at the moment with trading 212, to buy 12 coffees in 2024, and that I showed in another video. It was possible, but since then the stock market really wiped out. If you look at the other videos, it just wiped out my returns. So it just wiped out my returns. So now I'm back up to £23.75 in a positive, and therefore I decided to do a few little things today to just help my portfolio along. The very first thing that I've done today is reduce what I have in Lloyds Bank Group. They were actually at the bottom. They were like, I think they were something like about £10 down yesterday, and they're now just above the £1.62 today, up, and so I've been making a profit on Lloyds Bank, and what I wanted to do was just reduce a little bit out of Lloyds Bank my shares. So I had 697 shares, and I've sold off 197. And my view is that everybody's excited about this inflation reduction down to 2.5%. But I think there's still trouble in the overall economy. And I get the feeling that a lot of these shares that are up today, in my view, I might be completely wrong. I'm a novice investor, uh, or should I say, a beginner investor in sense. I've been doing this now for around about 5-6 months, and so my view is I think these will all come back down. I think below my 550 line there, which is anything above that, I'm making a profit. So I think they'll go below that 550 line again in the near future. And then what I'll do, I'll buy back in some shares that I've sold, and hopefully that will increase my overall portfolio in the long distance for stronger returns. So far, I'll actually come down and show you what I sold off today, and I sold 100 shares at 55.5, and my fill price was 55 plus, so limit price, fill price were the same, and I made 49 pence profit. It's not so much the profit that I'm making at the moment, it's the fact that I believe that Lloyds Bank will dip below the 55 mark, so that when I buy back in, I'm going to make even more money. So this is just like, hopefully, and also this is realized profit. So realized profit is very important to have, in my view, than unrealized profit, because unrealized profit is just profit that is fluctuating. Once you've got realized profit, it's money that you've actually made. Even if your unrealized profit will eat away at that money, it's still money that you've actually made. So there's the difference between unrealized profit and realized profit. So I've now made 49 pence there in realized profit, which is good. And I also sold out 97 shares, as you can see there. And I sold out them and I made 48 pence. So I just made under £1 today, using Trading 212. And to be honest, it's quite a, I call this like fun money. And obviously I don't want to lose it, but it's money that I just build up every week. I just put a little tiny amount in to this into Trading 212, and I believe it's protected by the Financial Services Authority as well. So yeah, it's just it's a little bit like playing Monopoly. It's just an interesting hobby, really. But obviously, I'm a pensioner now. I'm in my 60s, and this is like a tiny percent of uh, of my whole sort of, if you say my overall portfolio. So basically, stocks and shares is a minute percent of everything. So and I think that's probably at 60 plus. That's probably a very good idea not to put too much into stocks and shares, as they do fluctuate quite a lot. But so far, I'm not doing too bad on it. And if we now go to orders, so today I've sold Lloyds Bank. I've sold twice, as I've shown you. I also sold JD Witherspoon's. The reason why I sold that, and I bought it in the first place for the, I just thought it was as the challenges can I have in 2025. 52 JD Witherspoon's coffees. I thought I'd buy into JD Witherspoon's, and I thought it would probably be a good idea. And they only do give you a 2% yield on the dividends, which is one of the lower dividends that I had. And so I bought into them, but I noticed that prices have gone down below my buy-in price, which I think was 600. So as it's gone up above 600 now, I've decided for the time being to sell out of them. Again, I've now got them waiting to buy back in, but I'm thinking that the buy-in price should be around about the 590 mark. I think Witherspoon's has been hovering around the 590 lately, and I think that after all the excitement about the drop in inflation to 2.5%, then I think shares. I don't think we're out of the woods with shares at the moment. I think they're going to reduce back down in price. So I think the price will. It's just my own view. I might be completely wrong. We might all just continue going up now, and so I'd be selling out and making a little bit of profit. But hopefully, give it a couple of days, and I'm hoping that share prices will actually. The euphoria of the 2.5% inflation rate will fall away, and I think share prices will fall back down a little bit. That's how I'm. So my concept and idea on this is that hopefully I sort of, if they go up, then I've made a little bit of profit on them, and if they go up and they stay up solidly at a certain level, I'm happy to buy back in if I think they're going to increase in the future. So that's one strategy. And the second strategy, which I think is more likely to happen, is give it a couple of days. The euphoria of the 2.5% will fall away, and I think stocks and shares will sort of slightly, may not go right the way down to previous levels, but I think they will sort of move back down a little bit. And so then at that point, I think I'll try and buy back into Lloyd's, and I will try and buy back into JD Witherspoon's. Also, recently, I've had some good news with. Yesterday, I had dividends. Duke Capital provided me with a nice dividend of 0.27 pence, and yesterday also National Grid gave me a nice dividend of 0.95 pence. It'll be nice when these dividends start to come over the £1 mark every time I have a dividend. That would be very nice. But I'm only 6 months in. I started off with about £15, and it's now grown up to, as we've seen for the first time, over £1,000. I think that'll go back down. I think it'll go down under £1,000, but we'll see how it goes. And now my total dividends is like £4.95, which is I'm really pleased about, to be honest. And but what I have done, I've bought into a lot of stock that have dividends over 5%, and I think that's so. Even if the stocks go down a little bit through the year and then come back up or whatever, I'll be still getting a nice 5% profit overall on all my investments, which hopefully that should be quite nice. Orders at the moment, my realized profit. Now this is the number that's really important to me, and that is realized profit. and I'm now at £52.66. So that's a really, really important figure for me. That the realized profit is incredibly important, and so that's something that's like, in a sense, is money that I've made. It doesn't matter what's happening with unrealized profit, but realized profit is the money that I've actually made. So within the last 6 months, my first 6 months of trading with uh, trading with 212, I've now made over £50 in profit. So I'm pretty happy with that. And interest, that's slowly moving up as well. I'm interested with using with getting interest. I get about 2p, as you can see, 1p, 2p a day. So I've now made £2.09 with interest. I'll look at my cash in a second. I'll go through that with you. This is my interest on cash, and you only get interest on cash with trading 212 if you're prepared to put money into qualifying money markets, which means that any money that's in here, so I've got £127 in here, that's not protected by the Financial Services Authority. So in theory, I could lose all that money. It's probably not going to ever happen, but I could lose £127 in theory if, say, trading 212 went out of business. And but for that, I get interested for. I get interested. Oh, that was just. I was wondering what that was. Is deposit funds. I get interested 4.90%, and so at the moment it's £2.06, but you must turn this on. So you must turn it on to have interest, and it gives you the daily interest rate of 0.032%. And so I've got £247.90 in cash at the moment, and I'm getting interest on that cash. So I'm getting about 1 or 2p a day interest, and this is sort of cash that is waiting to be put into stocks and shares, really. So yeah, so that's how the money that you haven't actually put into stocks and shares actually works. It's like in your stocks ISA, and then how I think about it might be actually wrong, but it's in your stocks ISA, and then you it leaves that at stocks ISA and then goes into whatever you buy in stocks and shares, and then anything that you sell in stocks and shares goes back into your stocks ISA. That's how I think about it. I could be wrong technically on that, but that's actually how I think about it. So yeah, I'm not gonna talk too much today on this. I've around about the 19-minute mark now, so I'm gonna. I think that's enough for today. And yes, so that's where I am. So I'm now at £21.84 in profit. So that's taking the calculation from my realized profit, taking away any losses that I'm currently making, and that the total return at the moment. So if I sold everything now, I would get back £22.32 as it stands there. But you have to make that distinction between unrealized profit and realized profit. Unrealized profit just fluctuates all the time, but the realized profit is money that you've actually made, either invested back into the stock market, or you could actually take that money and take it completely out and put it into your normal bank account. And but I tend to just invest it back in myself. So today, currently, Lloyd's is up high, so I sold up a few of them. I've just taken a little bit off, a little edge off it, so that I thought I had a bit too many shares in them as well. I've made a little bit of money out of it, and I think over the next couple of days it'll go below my 55 mark, and then I will consider buying back in. But yeah, this is what happens when you have a inflation rate drop within the stock market. It seems to reduce down reduce the how much even with ones that are negative, they're actually going down because of this because of the way the inflation has gone down. So so when inflation goes down, the stock market goes up. So that's the thing that we've learned today. And as I'm a new investor, I'm learning something every day. Oh, there we go. We're now at 999.00. So we've just gone under the £1,000 mark. Back down under us for now. So yeah, that's how it works. And so I'd really appreciate if you know, this is my Witherspoon's challenge. Hopefully we'll get at the end of the year. Hopefully I'm hoping to have a target of buying 52 free Witherspoon coffees, and something I do every week. I go with a friend and we have a chat, and to think that Mr. Witherspoon is giving me free coffees because I'm using Trading 212 to gain a little bit of profit from, and it's an enjoyable hobby. It is just a hobby. It's an enjoyable hobby. I don't put much into it. I put a couple of pound each week into it, and it slowly goes up, and it's just a fun hobby, and nothing more, nothing less. I enjoy doing it. It keeps the old brain cells working, and yeah, it's fun to do. It's enjoyable. If I do like playing things, other things as well, like other games like chess and things like that. So anything which is like analytical, I kind of enjoy. So yeah, we'll see how it goes next year. I might be down. I might be at a loss, and so yeah. If you'd like, please follow me. To follow somebody on YouTube, I believe you've got to subscribe. I think I've got a whole 1 subscriber so far, so I'm really pleased about that. And apparently, if you get to 1,000 subscribers, which will probably take me forever, but if you get to 1,000 subscribers, then YouTube actually will start paying me if I were to get to 1,000 subscribers. And then if I were to get paid, I would certainly then use anything that I got paid buy more shares, and maybe one day, as I say, I'll not only be buying coffees and Witherspoons, but maybe one day I'll make enough profit out of it to buy something like lunch in Witherspoons. So that would be really exciting if that happened. Maybe the next challenge after the coffees would be, could I buy 52 meals or maybe 12 meals? Start off a bit simple. Maybe 12 meals in a year in Witherspoons, and then maybe 52 meals in a year in Witherspoons. But at the moment, we're just doing with the coffee. We'll see if we can just get up to 52 coffees by the end of 2025. And so I'm doing it kind of Christmassy to Christmassy. So at the end of December, I'll actually show what I've made for the whole of the year, and we could all see whether I'm up or down on investing. So yeah, this is the reason why I did this today, was because inflation rates have gone down today, and that's what happens on the stock market. Well, when inflation rates go down. So yeah, if anybody would like to increase my one subscriber, and if anybody would like to subscribe, I would totally, really, as a knowledge pensioner, appreciate that. And apparently you can ring the bell. I don't know why you ring the bell, but you can ring the bell for some reason. I don't know what that does, but you can ring the bell apparently, and leave a comment. So if you've enjoyed this video, or you know, I don't think the stock market is for everybody. I think that some people would probably feel it's more safe to just leave your money in their in the bank, even though the interest rates are quite low at times. So it's not too bad. Sometimes you're sort of like you should at the moment have more interest than at the inflation rate in a bank at the moment. But yeah, if somebody is kind of analytical and enjoys things like playing games like chess or something like that, then I think the stock market's a really good idea. And if you're not, there's a lot of people like these things called ETFs, and they just put a little bit of money each month into that, and they don't have to really think about it. It's all done for them. So there's lots of options and how to invest. This is the option I've taken because I just think it's more fun. And to be honest, if hopefully I won't lose everything that I've invested, but if I were to, I only put a couple of pounds every week into it or so. So it wouldn't be the end of the world. And I think that if you have that attitude that whatever you put into it, if you were to lose it all, then worst case scenario, then it wouldn't be the end of the world. Then you can enjoy doing it and have a little bit of fun doing it. So yeah, I better stop now because I'm just starting to waffle on again. And but I'd like to thank you all for or if anybody is listening in, thank you very much. And this video will come out in around 2 weeks' time. Bye for now.